Welcome to my face. I'm James St. James, and this is Transformation. Oh, I'm so excited. We have with us today the wonderful, the fabulous, the gorgeous Miss Charlie. Hi.
Hello.
So welcome to the show. I'm glad
Thank
you're
you.
here. Now, this is almost immediately after the reunion special and the finale. So you were probably exhausted.
I'm tired, but I'm enthused to be with you.
You're glad to be here. So tell me a little bit about the show, though, about your experience on Drag Race.
It was a career-topping experience. I've been doing drag since I was 16 years old.
Right.
You know, sneaking in and out of clubs with because I didn't have a fake ID, and they didn't ask a drag queen for ID. So
I know
that's
that.
so we did that.
Thing. We're of the same generation.
Exactly.
We are women of a certain
age.
Exactly.
We're timeless.
Yes, exactly.
So having done it for so long, to all of a sudden be exposed to a much wider audience,
And it really does. It gives you a whole nother lease on drag.
Yeah.
It opens up all sorts of new venues that might not have booked you before.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now you are part of the sisterhood of
I
RuPaul's
am,
Drag Race.
which is, and I'm being asked to do transformations.
Exactly. Well, now tell me what we're going to be doing on Transformations today.
I'm going to transform you into the Dame. I'm just going to give
I'm going
you
to be
my.
Charlie Hyde
Yes,
today.
I'm going to give you my signature look. The thing is that our faces are not too dissimilar. It's a very similar shaped face.
I'll take
It's
it. I'll take
it's
it.
an oval, and that's one of the things that allows you to transform so much. You're rather soft. You don't have like a distinct. There's nothing chiseled or a distinct shape.
Once upon a time, I was chiseled, but so I'm gonna go change into my smock, and then we'll get started, and we'll talk a little more about everything.
All right, let's do.
Okay, fabulous. Okay, here we go. Oh my God! So tell me, what is our first step?
First step is to throw some spackle at that face.
And just wipe me out.
Standard practice is to apply some base and contour. This is Kryolan and it's 4W. So I like to do like an overall basic skin tone. Some people will do the darkers, the lighters, and all in different places. But I like to have just one.
You can then put
things and build on top of it.
This whole cutting the face, this sort of Picasso-esque thing that has happened in the last 4 years or so. We didn't do that in the 80s and 90s.
No. Makeup was only available in black and white back then. So that's all we had to work with. What was interesting before Drag Race and before YouTube, before there were tutorials, we would be influenced by the most successful girls in our town. And there would always be someone who would take you under the wing.
Well, I was going to say, it was a mentorship. Like a lot of times, like you would go, like Austin would have a certain look, or Louisiana would have a certain, because all the queens there, they would all come together from one very influential queen.
Source, right.
Yeah, the mother.
And you would see that. But now, no matter where you are, if you have got an internet connection and you see these 18-year-old queens that look as though they've been doing drag for 20 years, their makeup is stuck. They may not be able to perform, but damn, they look good. I'm going to use some TV white on you. You don't have very pronounced cheekbones, so of course. I'm being kind, darling.
That's true. So now we're just doing a bit of blending.
I'm using 7W. It's not too dark. And I'm going to use this to do a bit of contouring on you. I'm going to contour your cheek. I'm going to contour your jawline.
The old Lee Bowery, Boy George.
Yeah. The next thing I normally do is I move on to the lips. And some people do the eyes first and get the eyes all done. But I like to map out the shape of the lip. And one of the few things that I do that's very different from anybody else is I use a sharp white lip liner to define the outer shape of the lip.
And where did you learn this? This is just from art school.
From art school. And then years later, I saw Jimmy James when he was doing Marilyn. Do you remember back in the Marilyn Monroe days?
Sure.
I noticed him doing it, and it made sense. And it's one of those things that really pops on stage. It's more of a stage illusion. Right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna use a bit of lip liner to define the shape of the lips. So that's why I've chosen this
nice
fuchsia.
Pink, yes. We've talked a little bit about how drag is different in the UK and the US. What are some other differences?
They don't tip.
Well, yeah.
When I first moved there, I was a stand-up comic. I was a comedian. They expected us to people to sing. I had like an opening number and a closing number. More and more venues, that's just what they were used to a queen in a dress doing a 45-minute, hour-long show, just singing.
Oh, see, because we don't have queens doing 45 minutes here. You have 45 minutes in which you have 20 queens come on and do like 3, you know.
One person, one queen. You have to be able to, you've got to be a ringleader, you've got to be a bouncer, you've got to be the center of the life of the party, you've got to be able to do self-deprecation.
That's a British thing.
When I do self-deprecation, they think it's insecurity, but you have to be incredibly secure to poke fun of yourself.
And that's one way of putting people at ease, is to say, look, I know I'm a monster, and I'm going to make fun of myself first before you get a chance to. So what are some other differences?
We love a good sing-along.
Oh, that is a British thing, isn't
Sunday, there's nothing better on a Sunday afternoon. You're with your friends, maybe you went out for a roast dinner.
Oh, Danny boy.
Or, cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh,
we take a whiskey drink, we take a vodka drink, we take a whiskey drink.
Yeah, and just there are certain songs.
That was Chumbawamba.
The next thing I do is map out the general shape of the eyebrows that we want to do.
So tell me a little bit about the elimination episode.
Okay.
You said that you didn't know the song.
I think I actually had a stroke when I heard that Britney Spears song.
Oh, is that what happened that night?
I've yet to put that song into my repertoire. I really should.
You really should. You should be opening with it from now on.
Yeah, I will. I think because it's going to come up now in the
beginning. And either you come out and just stand perfectly still and do it, or you choreograph it and just go absolutely bananas, go bonkers
and
with it.
Do a death drop. I think if nothing else, I should learn to do a death drop and scare the children.
Oh no, I don't think we learn death drops after 50. I think that's something.
No, the body is incapable of doing some of the things. Yeah, there are things that I did in the backseat of my Ford Escort when I was a teenager. I can't do those things anymore.
Oh no!
Yeah, stick shift in the way? No. I just want to cut in a little bit more now with some powdered contour.
Oh, okay.
I use MAC. I've got 2 palettes. There's a contouring palette with various shades of contour. So between these, all of the celebrity impersonations that I've ever done on YouTube
have all been some variation of this?
With a very limited palette. You don't need to have a huge kit.
Now, some of the people that you've done, let's go through it, because I know I've seen the Lady Gaga and the Cher, Madonna, and
Lana Del Rey was really popular.
Yes, that was a huge one.
Cher called me her favorite impersonator in an interview with an Australian newspaper.
And you take that and run with it.
You run with that. I worked with Kylie Minogue, and she said several things, and each time she said something, I'm like, that's really sweet.
Can I use it?
Lana Del Rey called me an asshole, and I think that's a great quote.
Oh, sure. That's front and center. Here.
She's an asshole.
An asshole, says Lana Del Rey. You sort of look a little bit like Courtney Act here. Do people say that? Turn around.
I've been told Courtney here. I've been told Fame with this particular.
Sure.
But the thing about if you look at my Instagram, there's all different types of look. There's certain wigs, certain makeup that I'll look like Adore Delano. I'm not even trying. And so that's one of the reasons why I have worn the signature blue, so people will know it's me.
You're branding yourself.
I'm branding myself every time when I show up at a meet and greet, wear the blue, they know it's Charlie. Yeah. So the Charlie Hyde signature is that straight ballet line. It's a ballet trick, kabuki trick, make the eyes bigger. At this point, you kind of look like a football player, when they do the... Did you play any sports when you were?
No.
I swam competitively from the time I was in 6th grade to a senior in high school. I really enjoyed it. I love swimming. It's the closest thing to flying.
Yeah.
But I also could see all the other boys.
Yeah, little bulges.
You could see everything from down there. But I was not going to be able to, anything with a ball.
Well, I remember there was another gay boy in my school, and we used to, on the soccer field, we would sit and we would sing show tunes. They would always put us way out in the middle, and we would sit and sing like Bye Bye Birdie and everything, and just get that crap kicked out of us afterwards.
Interestingly, I wasn't officially out in high school. But people
knew.
They knew. But I was the editor of the yearbook.
Oh, so you had the power.
I had power. People were nice to me. Okay, so now we're gonna do your eyeliner. For me, a good, strong eyeliner, dramatic eyeliner, does a ton of work. And if I could only do like 2 things.
A big lip and a big eyeliner.
Big eyeliner, and all is well in my world. This is shocking pink. Looks great on stage. It really, really pops. And it's pigment rich. I'm ready to put the lipstick on. There's a company in London called Barry M. And I'm about to put on your lip line. I like to do lipstick with a brush. I think I have more control of it. Lashes. There's certain places you can save money, and there's certain places you do not want to cut corners.
Eyelashes?
Eyelashes, get a good quality pair because you can wear them a dozen times. We just have to add a bit of cheek color here. Your cheeks have absolutely come to life. The next thing that we have to do to make it a signature Charlie Hides eye, I want to put a single lower lash on. James St. James. We need a wig.
And then I'm gonna go change the outfit, and then we're gonna do our transformation. It's gonna be fabulous. Ah!
Gorgeous. I'm ready.
And here we are. Oh my God, fabulous! Oh my God, yay!
You look like the Dame.
I look like Dame Charlie
You look
Hyde.
like the Dame. I think I'm gonna send James to do some of my gigs. Hey Queen, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Queen. James and James, this has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Dame St. James's face.
James. Look at the lovely, fabulous. Thank you, darling. And don't forget to subscribe
To WOWPresents.
And don't forget, you can go over to Charlie Hides TV and see the interview that we just did
On my YouTube channel, which is called
Charlie Hides TV.